Understanding the enemy. What exactly is a flood? Floods are one of the most common and devastating natural disasters, affecting millions of people worldwide every year. Let's get one thing straight. A flood isn't just a little water in your basement. It's much more severe and can cause extensive damage to properties and infrastructure. In insurance speak, a flood is a temporary situation where water covers normally dry land. This can happen due to various reasons, including natural and man-made causes. Think overflowing rivers, heavy rains, coastal storms. Those are the culprits. But don't forget about broken dams, rapid snowmelt, and even urban drainage issues. Your standard homeowner's insurance? It won't cover flood damage. This is a common misconception that can lead to financial ruin if you're not properly insured. That's where flood insurance comes in. It's a separate policy specifically designed to protect you from the financial devastation floods can cause. It covers the cost of repairs and replacements, helping you get back on your feet. Remember, floods can happen anywhere, even if you don't live near a coast or river. Urban areas with poor drainage systems are particularly vulnerable. A heavy downpour overwhelming the drainage system can lead to unexpected flooding. This is why it's crucial to understand your risk and be prepared. Knowing what constitutes a flood in insurance terms is the first step towards protecting yourself. Make sure to review your policy and understand what is and isn't covered. Stay tuned, because next, we'll dive into the life raft that is flood insurance. We'll explore how it works, what it covers, and why it's an essential part of your financial safety net. Flood insurance. It's not the sexiest topic, I get it. Most people would rather talk about anything else. But trust me, it's crucial. It's one of those things you don't think about until you really need it. Imagine this: your home, your sanctuary, underwater. The place where you feel safest. Now a disaster zone. Furniture ruined, walls destroyed, memories soaked. Everything you've worked so hard for, gone in an instant. Now imagine facing those losses without financial help. The stress, the uncertainty, the overwhelming costs. That's where flood insurance steps in, like a financial life raft in a sea of expenses. It provides a safety net when you need it most. It helps you rebuild your life after a flood, covering costs your standard homeowner's insurance won't touch. This includes structural damage and more. We're talking about damage to your home structure, your belongings inside, furniture, appliances, even clothing. All those essentials you need to live comfortably. Flood insurance can help you replace what's lost, so you're not left drowning in debt. It gives you the peace of mind to move forward. Don't wait until it's too late. Floods can happen unexpectedly, and the aftermath can be devastating. Understanding flood insurance is about protecting your financial well-being. It's an investment in your future stability. In the next section, we'll explore exactly what this coverage entails. Stay tuned to learn more about how you can safeguard your home and your finances. Okay, let's break down what flood insurance actually covers. It's more comprehensive than you might think. First and foremost, it protects your home's structure. This is crucial because the structural integrity of your home is what keeps it standing. This includes the foundation, walls, roof, electrical, and plumbing systems. Basically, the bones of your house. Without these, your home wouldn't be livable. But it's not just about bricks and mortar. The interior elements are just as important. Flood insurance also covers your belongings, furniture, appliances, electronics, clothing, the stuff that makes your house a home. Imagine having to replace all these items out of pocket. And here's the kicker. Flood insurance can even cover some additional living expenses if your home becomes uninhabitable due to flood damage. This can be a lifesaver in stressful times. Think temporary housing, restaurant meals, and other essential living costs. These expenses can add up quickly, and having coverage can ease the financial burden. Remember, the extent of coverage can vary depending on your policy and individual needs. It's important to review your policy carefully and understand what is and isn't covered. But the bottom line is, flood insurance provides a financial safety net to help you rebuild and recover after a flood. It offers peace of mind, knowing that you have support when you need it most. Let's talk location. If you live in a high-risk flood zone near a coast, river, lake, or even in an area with poor drainage, flood insurance isn't optional. It's a necessity. Think of it this way: you wouldn't drive without car insurance, right? Similarly, living in a flood-prone area without flood insurance is incredibly risky. Even if you're not required by your mortgage lender to have flood insurance, don't assume you're off the hook. Remember, floods can happen anywhere, and the financial consequences can be devastating. Protecting your investment, your home, should be a top priority. In the next section, we'll look at situations where flood insurance might not be as crucial. Section 5. High ground, low risk. When you might not need flood insurance. Now, I'm not saying flood insurance is for everyone. If you live on high ground, miles from any water source, and your area has never seen a drop of floodwater, you might be in the clear. But even then, it's essential to assess your risk carefully. Remember, weather patterns are changing, and what was once considered a low-risk area can quickly become vulnerable. Consider factors like your home's elevation, the age and condition of your plumbing and drainage systems, and any recent changes in your neighborhood's infrastructure. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to purchase flood insurance is a personal one. But remember, it's always better to be safe than sorry. Section 6. Don't wait for the storm. Assess your flood risk today. Here's the thing about floods: they don't wait for a convenient time. They strike suddenly, leaving a path of destruction in their wake. That's why it's crucial to assess your flood risk before disaster strikes. Start by contacting your insurance agent or visiting the FEMA website. They have tools and resources to help you determine your flood zone and understand your risk level. Don't rely on assumptions or hearsay. Get the facts straight about your property's vulnerability to flooding. Remember, knowledge is power, and understanding your risk is the first step towards protecting yourself. Section 7. Beyond basic coverage. Understanding additional options. Now, let's talk about going beyond the basics. Standard flood insurance policies provide essential coverage, but you can also opt for additional protection to suit your specific needs. For instance, you can increase your dwelling coverage to ensure you have enough funds to rebuild your home to its pre-flood condition, even if construction costs have risen. You can also consider adding contents coverage to protect your belongings, such as furniture, appliances, and personal items. Remember, a standard policy might not cover the full replacement cost of your belongings, so it's crucial to assess your needs carefully. Section 8. Choosing the right policy factors to consider. When shopping for flood insurance, don't just grab the first policy you see. It's essential to compare quotes from different insurers and consider factors that can affect your coverage and premiums. Think about your deductible, coverage limits, and any exclusions or limitations in the policy. Pay attention to the claims process and customer service reputation of the insurance company. Remember, choosing the right flood insurance policy is about finding the right balance between coverage, affordability, and peace of mind. Don't be afraid to ask questions and shop around for the best option for your unique circumstances. Section 9. Flood insurance costs. What to expect? Let's be real, nobody likes talking about insurance costs, but it's essential to understand how flood insurance premiums are calculated. Factors like your property's location, flood zone, coverage limits, and deductible all play a role. Typically, properties in high-risk flood zones will have higher premiums than those in low-risk areas. Additionally, choosing lower deductibles will generally result in higher premiums, while higher deductibles can lower your upfront costs. Remember, flood insurance is an investment in protecting your financial well-being. While it might seem like an added expense, it's a small price to pay for the peace of mind it provides. Section 10. Protecting what matters most. Final thoughts on flood insurance. So there you have it. Flood insurance. It's not glamorous, but it's essential. We've covered the basics, from understanding what constitutes a flood to exploring different coverage options and cost considerations. The takeaway? Don't wait for a flood to happen before you take action. Assess your risk, Talk to your insurance agent and consider investing in flood insurance to protect your home, your belongings, and your financial security. Remember, when it comes to protecting what matters most, knowledge is power and preparation is key. Don't let a flood wash away your financial stability. Take control and secure your future today.